podcast world. Welcome to Chats with Baba. And Chats with Baba is brought to you by the Lighthouse for Academic and Cultural Excellence. Why this podcast? I've been doing this now since February, almost on a weekly basis, dealing with different issues that pertain to laying the foundation for learning for young children. So the purpose of the podcast is to inform and empower parents of young Black children. The information is relevant and pertinent to all children. Why am I focusing on Black children? Well, when you look at the many reports that I read and follow and teach on, when it comes to literacy in math, science, language, Black children are behind. So this initiative is to empower and inform parents of what they can do to release the natural genius that's in children. Parents are children's first and foremost teachers. And what we have is to empower them to release the natural genius that's in Black children. These children have untapped and underdeveloped gifts. The quality of experience and exposure lays the foundation for life. We want to move from miseducation to education. Our goal is to strive for excellence. Remember, childhood, those early years in any individual's development is the foundation where what is learned will carry them through life. Over the last several weeks, I've been talking about mathematics or teaching math concepts. So I want to spend a little bit of time today in that arena. And I said a little bit of time because I'm not asking you to spend endless hours, but to spend quality time with your children and helping them to develop the math foundation. Remember, I've talked about when children are developing, when their mind is developing, when it comes to math. What I've talked about the last couple of weeks is the mental mapping that's going on in their mind. I want you to hear that again. The mental mapping that's going on in their minds. What are they doing? Remember, children learn through their senses, through the sense of touch, through the sense of visual learning, and so forth and so on. So what's going on? Well, as they are exploring and touching things, the mental map is developing a sense of order, a sense of what comes first, what comes second, what comes third, sequencing. Children do things until they find out order. And what they see in the sense of order is, what do you have to do first? What do you have to do second? What do you have to do third? They are also developing a sense of patterns. Now, all of these things they are storing in their mental map. Okay, I want you to understand it. They are storing these things in their mental map. Remember early on, I talked about things that you want to teach them as they're getting older, as they're growing and developing and learning. It's for them to pay attention, listen, follow directions, start and finish a task. Those are the skills and behaviors that will enable them to be successful as they encounter different learning challenges in school. But so I'll come back to that. But again, I just want you to stay with me, and to develop an appreciation for what children are learning, even though you can't see it. They are storing in their mental map all of the things that they are encountering. And what you want is your children to have an appreciation for order, And in doing so, they're using their imagination and so forth and so on. Now, stay with me. When we look at the skills that's needed for success in school, a healthy part of that is children having confidence and a sense of readiness in their mind. I'm not talking about them being able to count, identifying colors, knowing the letters. That will come. If their mind is ready and prepared, all of those other things will take care of themselves. What's expected? Now, I don't want you to get upset or get over anxious about what I'm about to say, but in the pre-K, the early childhood period, preschool period, in math, there's approximately 131 skills that can be learned and developed. This is broken down by the mathematicians, teachers, developmental specialists, practitioners. Consider that. In the pre-K, the preschool years, 131 skills. That's in that area, in that arena. So moving from the pre-K into kindergarten, they're expected to have developed 131 skills. Now, in kindergarten, there's an additional 252 skills. So what we're talking about between pre-K and kindergarten, approximately 400 skills in just math knowledge, math concepts, math terminology. This is for children who are less than 5. Now, having said that, let's go back, let's turn the clock back a little bit. Remember that 85% of the brain is developed from birth through the age of 5, 85%. Remember, the mental mapping, all of what they are seeing and absorbing, it's like a sponge, just sucking it all up. So it is there being stored. They're developing a sense of order, a sense of patterns, a sense of sequence. Those terms are part of those skills. So in the second grade, there's another 256 skills. So between pre-K and second grade, you're talking about almost 600 skills. Let me ratchet up one more grade, then I want to go back. In the third grade, there's another 305 skills. So between pre-K and third grade, this is the early childhood period of growth and development. It's almost 1,000 skills in math that's just broken down. And you say, oh my God, 1,000 skills. I don't know that. Yes, you do. I'm not trying to overwhelm you because I'm going to cover these things in depth. But I just want you to understand what's expected and what has been demonstrated in the classroom with children that have that kind of a foundation. Remember, again, the mental mapping is taking in all of what they are exposed to. The greater the exposure, the quality of experience, the access to resources and materials enables the child to do these things. I'm not just saying this to overwhelm you. I'm saying this because this is what you see children learning and developing in high quality preschool programs. Again, this is what you see children learning and developing in high quality preschool programs. You'll hear me talk later on about a small investment. They have to have the resources. They have to have the materials. They have to have the experience in order to develop these skills, concepts, and to enrich the mental mapping. So I'm not going to be long-winded today because I want you to know in a very short period of time that you're going to be spending with your children of what can go on during that period. You say, oh my God, that means I have to spend countless hours. No, you do not. if you spend 5 to 10 minutes on high quality, and if you allow children some freedom to explore, to discover, all of this is enriching their mental mapping as they are going through this. So today, that's about the long and short of what I wanted to say. But I just want you to absorb the notion of laying that foundation and the importance of laying it. You know, it doesn't get any less going forward. Understand mathematics is like building blocks. You build on what was previous learned. We are coming into the holiday season where schools will be closing down for during the holiday period. And it's important that during this time, which I'll be talking about over the next couple of weeks, that you provide opportunities where children can still engage in learning. Just don't let these gaps of time come up and there's not much going on. So with that, that's my chat for today, and I'll be back in touch with you to continue talking about the foundations of early literacy and math concepts and math knowledge. So visit my website. There are a couple of books there. The one that talks about academic and cultural excellence lays out a lot of what I'm talking about. My website is drjamesyoung.com. So with that, this ends the today's chat with Baba. Have a great day.